Pro tip for any trans guys feeling dysphoria who also happen to have seasonal allergies. Do yourself a favor, dad sneeze. Sneeze real loud. Just give yourself a good old like a fucking just make the whole room fucking look at you. You are a man. Your sneezes demand attention. You got this, bro.
Ever since I made that video on how to be a femboy, lots of people ask for a FTM version. So here it is. First is the clothing. Wear shirts that are a bit more boxy and baggy. If you are wearing a binder, it makes it a bit less visible, and same effect for if you don't have a binder. Eat foods with good protein. Some things are eggs, meat, nuts, lean fish, and Greek yogurt. Never wear only boxers during your period. Please just wear something under them. And lastly, don't change your personality just to seem more masculine. And Alex, I see you watching this. I hope your ass itches.
So the last taping video I made was with smaller KT-like strips, and I was teaching people how to tape with that size. Now I have some wider tape, and I'm going to show you how to tape with that. First thing you want to do is you want to kind of measure about how long you're going to need your tape. What I like to do is I like to start over here, bring the breast tissue over, pull the tape back, and then probably about right there. The tape is going to stretch, so you don't need much more than that. On the back, it's usually going to have these lines so you can cut straight. As always, make sure that your nipples are covered with something. Doesn't really matter what, but just make sure you cover them. Also, make sure that your skin is really dry. If you're fresh out of the shower, really make sure it's dry, because if it's wet, it's not going to stick as long as it should. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to untape the tip of it, right? Like the front part, just this very front edge of the tape is what we're going to pull the back off, right? So literally just like that. Then you're going to smooth the tissue to the side. Place it down and make sure that you really rub it into the skin, right? Like make sure that it's sticking real good, right? With one hand, you're gonna pull your breast tissue this way, especially if you have a larger chest. If you don't have a larger chest, I can't really speak for that, but I have a pretty big chest. So I pull the tissue to the side so that I can accurately tape, and then just like that, all like that. Straight back and then smooth out the edges. There you go. Now we're gonna do the other side. Right here I'm pretty much doing the same thing as the other side, but make sure that you're pushing up your breast tissue towards the top of the tape under it while you're pushing the tape down, right? Because you want a bigger upper chest than a lower chest. So we'll just throw this on to see how it looks in a t-shirt. Before I started taping properly, I literally couldn't even bind and have a flat chest. And now I can tape and still have a pretty good look on my chest, right? And this isn't a binder underneath, it's a wife beater. You don't need a binder. I had an F cup size before this, so no excuses, you got this.
Is this you?
How do I even begin to build muscle?
Don't worry, I'm here to tell you. Sometimes when you're first starting out, it can feel like there is so much information and none at all at the same time. Let's start by making this easy and condensing all this information into a simple foundation. How to start. So here is you stripped down to the muscle. First thing we will notice is that, especially pre-test, you may have significantly less muscle growth than the average man to start with. That's totally okay, but it does make working out harder to start. It may seem totally inaccessible to you, or it may just feel like it doesn't accommodate for your current body type. It's not true, it just means you're starting from a different point than other men. When it comes to figuring out your goals, the best way to find what you want is to first look at what makes a masculine physique masculine. Those large 3D shoulders and wide lats help widen the upper body frame, giving you the upside-down triangle look as opposed to an hourglass. Though it may seem contradictory, you don't want to skip leg day even if you do have a lot of fat in that area. You don't have to focus on it too much, but you don't want half of your body to be weak or to look like you have bird legs. Other commonly neglected areas include the neck and forearms. Natal females tend to naturally have thinner forearms than natal males. This also occurs in natal men born with XX chromosomes. You really want to dedicate a few isolated workouts here, but you may still have thin wrists depending on your body. That's okay. It happens to some cis men as well. As for your neck, the same thing applies here. Always, always train neck. No matter what, even if you're working out every other muscle group, or not working out at all, you will most likely look disproportionate without training neck. Now, we've already established you most likely lack muscle mass. If this is the case, how are you supposed to start exercising? You probably will not be able to complete a full push-up yet, at least not a proper one. That's totally normal and not something to stress about. Again, this does not make you unqualified to start working out. A lot of cis men can't do a push-up at first too. There are modifications to body weight exercises you can do at the start. Here's an example with push-ups. Stand a few feet away from a flat wall with your arms extended, not touching the surface. Once you're ready, you'll lean forward, keeping your feet in the same place, and get yourself into push-up position on the wall. I would suggest also recording yourself the first few times you do this so you can go back and check your form after. Your form is incredibly important. You want to make sure you are able to get the most out of your workout and not cause injury. This also means don't rush through the movement and focus on your body as you go. If you can't do proper form yet, stick to doing negatives. Over time, it will become muscle memory, and soon you'll be ready to graduate to knee or full push-ups.
So as a trans guy, here's my thing with packing. I don't want to feel like there's a foreign object floating around in my undies. I don't want to have to worry about my junk falling down my pant leg. Nightmare. And I don't want to settle for packing underwear that is bad quality, doesn't fit right, and quite frankly, doesn't hold stuff in place. So if you feel the same way or those things are keeping you from packing, let me introduce you to this brand, Dysphoric, okay? These things, dude, this pouch, nothing's falling out of that pouch. Nothing is floating around in there. They're super secure and super discreet. They also, like, I'm wearing them right now. They fit good. They fit good around the waist. As a wider hip dude, that's very important. Super comfortable and breathable. They also come in fun colors. So highly recommend, because packing should be comfortable. You know, it's meant to make us comfortable.
Tips for goth trans masks and men.
It's my point of view. Some could break your He's gonna teach me how to shave because I don't know how to do it. I have hair. It's just on my fucking neck and it's annoying, so I want to know how to remove it properly.
Trans mask, we have to teach each other because nobody teaches us. First, you always need your shaving cream. Don't do it without. I have done that before. It's not good.
Oh.
I was in a hurry, okay?
Clean hands. So small.
So I always start very little because it's always way more than it seems, and then you have it everywhere. So just put it on your face, and if it's not enough, you can put more. Otherwise, I would have put way more and like.
It smells so nice.
This line, the ear, exactly. If you don't know if it's enough, don't hesitate to put a bit more so that you don't hurt yourself.
Just leave it like this.
Also, if you start getting pimples,
Razor bumps.
I heard that it happens more often with POC people. Can use, instead of a shaver, that's a shaver, right? How do you call the other one?
Trimmer?
Yeah. Then try to use a trimmer instead of a razor. From up to down. How many times have you shaved? Have you never shaved?
Once.
I would do it all the time, even though I didn't have a beard, just for the euphoria when I was this young.
I use this one, which is really good. Now that it's thicker, it grows out after like 2 days if I just use the razor. Or if I just use the trimmer.
You have to put more pressure. Finger here, put your finger, yeah, that's for that, and then pressure with it. Yes. Here, I go very soft. Otherwise, you risk cutting yourself here. Try with my mustache to take a bit off the side, because when it's a bit longer on the sides, it looks more like a 15-year-old mustache. And if you cut just to the lips, I guess, it will look more adult mustache, I guess. You have to do it multiple times so that it's a straight line.
Whoops, daisy. It looks good. Oh, I had this as a mic. Love the faces you make. I'll be careful around like pimples and bumps and shit.
And right before you wash your face, just check that your ears, like where you cut, are like equal.
Alright, I'm just gonna wash my face. I also don't like when hair here connects to the ear, the nose, nostrils.
Last but not least, very important, put cream or aftershave on your face to make sure that it's like well moisturized. Yeah. You can say good job to yourself.
Hey, thank you.
For human, grossly underqualified. For canine, grossly overqualified. I don't blend in at PetSmart, and that truth holds true at the Walmart. In either case, they say to me, what the fuck is lost in aisle 3?
Why are you bringing the whole roll of duct tape into your bedroom? Where the fuck are the ace bandage? Okay, good news is you can use the nurse's restroom. It's just across the entire school campus away from your classroom, and you have 4 minutes to get there. There is pink on your shirt. Are you lying about being trans? Your classmate just asked you if you sit on the urinal to pee. You have no weed, no nicotine. You're in middle school. Good luck. Congrats! All your teachers use your chosen name. Better hope there's not a sub tomorrow.
I just transitioned and I don't know what the fuck to wear. Here are my trans femme clothing essentials. For the first one, we're going to do tops. Over my transition, my style has definitely gravitated more towards like dark grunge or emo, so keep that in mind. First, we're going with a tank top. Everyone needs a tank top. You need at least one, in my opinion. But in the summer, these go fucking amazing, and they just look good. Then you need a band shirt. Don't worry about listening to the artist. Just say you're a poser if somebody asks. You're buying t-shirts and you want to make sure it fits you femininely. Be sure to pay attention to your neckline and your sleeves, as how these fit you can really determine if a shirt is read as masculine or feminine. And while a lot of trans femmes go for baggier clothes because of dysphoria, I've found that tighter clothes actually kind of makes you a little bit more femme. And this also means tighter tank tops. And I know a lot of trans women get a little bit self-conscious about their shoulders, but honestly, the shoulders are hot. I know it's a little scary, but like, don't be afraid to show what you got. So remember what I said about the shirts with the neckline and how the sleeves fit you? I've been personally enjoying these types of shirts that have this really deep V-neck and have this kind of off-the-cuff shoulder. And really, finding stuff that suits you is about the neckline and the cuffs. If you want to try out how different stuff fits you, but, you know, clothes are a little expensive, I would try going to a Goodwill bins where you buy by the pound instead of by the garment, which, you know, you can buy a lot more like that. Every girl needs her really big and baggy shirt. This thing's got to be fucking huge, but, you know, you got to have one. This is your comfortable shirt. Make sure it's comfortable. Something that goes up to your neck. You want a high neckline. Sometimes these are the look. Yours can have sleeves. Mine doesn't, but yours can. And don't forget like a form-fitting little tank top, and the thin strap goes fucking hard. I'm telling you, shoulders, they're hot. And then crop tops can be super fun. This is a little tank top crop top, but crop tops are super fun if you're okay with your belly being out. If you're insecure about your stomach, get a belly button piercing. I'm not kidding, it does help. And finally, get something that's a little more whimsical, you know? Go all out. This is how I built my wardrobe, so maybe it can help you.
I bought some sports bra today. I do want to try more like feminine leaning type of clothing without like, you know, straight up going with like a fucking skirt or dress in public, because like I'm still, you know, shy about that. Alright, so the bra fits I think decently, I would say. Like, it's not too tight but also not too loose. Epic. Alright, so here's the tight top, the regular pants. And then I got this like jacket to like put on top of it so I don't feel too revealed. Here's the epic fit. Here's the epic fit. Pretty swagger, I would say. This is my strategy, right? You know, tight top, loose pants, and a fucking jacket. That's literally all. I will give you another example with like a cardigan here that I bought, and it's done. Look kinda cool, you feel me? Like I got another jacket just for this. Swagger. You know, I can cover it up if I feel too embarrassed, or I could, you know, loosen the buttons. Hell yeah.
If you're wondering if peeing feels different after they invert your banana, the answer, yeah. Hey y'all, I'm Kenzie. If you're unaware, I'm a post-op transgender woman. I like to answer the awkward and sometimes invasive questions, so that way people with a lot more trauma than I do don't feel like they have to step up and do this, because I know there are a lot of people who want their questions answered, and in order to build bridges between my community and yours, we're going to use humor, we're going to use education, we're going to use empathy. This is exactly what I think activism looks like in today's political climate. When they made your kitty cat, they cut your urethra short. And that's gonna feel very similar to someone who just gave birth. It's not the same concept, but it's gonna feel similar, which is that it feels like there's a sunburn in your urethra, and whenever you go, it feels like that. The only thing I can offer is take a plastic cup, cut it open, and hold it down there, and it'll stop the spray from hitting parts of your area that is still healing. Everything is going to look worse before it looks better. And by that I mean, you're gonna see a significant increase in bruising and then a significant decrease in bruising. That is healthy as well. And if it feels like some pig broke into your house with a taser and tased you down there, that's also extremely normal. It's normal to feel a zap down there. What that actually is your nerve endings repairing themselves, which is basically saying, hey, you're gonna be able to feel me again soon. It's going, hi. My girl's name is Sarah, and every time I got a zap, and every once in a while, 5 years later, I still do get some zaps, I go, hi, Sarah. Dilating should never be, dilating is basically taking a tube and sticking it in there and going bigger and bigger and bigger. That way the hole gets bigger and bigger because it is a muscle that needs to learn how to grow. If you are dilating, it's gonna feel uncomfortable because again, you are stretching a muscle, but it should never feel painful. Painful, uncomfortable, and painful are two different things, and I think while you're dilating, you'll be able to differentiate the two. But feeling that very uncomfortable in the process is very normal. And yes, 3 to 4 times a day, whatever your doctor recommends, and that needs to be 15 to 20 minutes of it constantly being in and not being taken out. Please take your dilation seriously. After about a year, I stopped taking it seriously, and now I gotta measure a schlong before I can figure out whether it'll fit in me. I wish that was a lie. When they say don't actively use the site until the time that they think is right, do not actively use the site. I know you're excited. Don't. And no, you dirty dog, a partner cannot replace dilation. Maybe years down the road when your muscles have already learned to retract on their own, sure, you won't need to dilate as much and that can work perfectly. But unless you want your downstairs to forever be the size of your partner, length and diameter, I wouldn't do that. Once you're able to actually insert your own fingers in there to take a look. If you start to feel bumps, that's just tissue forming and is also very normal. You can use silver nitrate to get rid of it, but you don't necessarily need to, so please don't be afraid of that either. Here is the most important one I can give. You are gonna feel like you have to self-advocate at hospitals from here on out because of your anatomy, and that the people around you don't know as much as you do. You are right, they do not. If you go to a very professional hospital for trans people, that is different, but for the most part, they don't have an understanding. Advocate for yourself, and if you can't, it is not weird or strange to call your doctor or surgeon and force them to talk to the hospital.
Here are a few tips and tricks on how I successfully transition without taking hormones. Number one, you need to find a hairstyle that fits you. I like wearing fro wigs or, fro or black people hairstyles because, it fits my head and it covers up my biggest insecurity, and that's this massive forehead of mine. Usually when you get like a cute little bust down or whatever, y'all be sitting here putting it to your your hairline or whatever. Love, scooch it up a little. It does not need to sit here and be on your edges. The whole illusion of when I put on wigs is to cover up, the biggest insecurity. Number two, find a bra that fits your body type. I see some girls will sit here and have like D-cup bras or B-cup bras. You are a twig, girl. Go get an A-cup or a little B-cup, bra that fits you. Because, you see, this is how the boys and the girls be clocking you because you ain't got no mommy milkers. As a twig or whatever, you'll sit here and you'll pop a little, mommy milker. Find a bra that fits you. I'm telling you, it's going to come and help you. Number three, do makeup to your liking. Some of the dolls will do dramatic makeup and it looks bomb on them. I really wish I knew how to do eyebrows and all the eyeshadow and stuff. And then there's dolls like me who just literally put on foundation and eyeliner and lashes and call it a day. Find makeup that fits you. Because I'm telling you, you trying to follow everybody else and what they're trying to do and stuff like that, hop on the trends. Girl, the trends go by so fast, I promise you. Find what fits you in your face. Literally, I'm telling you, it's going to help you. Number four, get your ears pierced. When I didn't have my ears pierced, all my outfits would sit here and look basic. Like my face would sit here and literally be basic. But when I got these ears pierced, it's like, it's giving Beyonce, it's giving, Kylie Jenner, it's giving, celebrity, it's giving black beautiful queen. Go get your ears pierced. I'm telling you, like, when you get your ears pierced, it brings out the baby face in you. Number four, wear clothes to your liking. So I'm clocky or whatever. I'm not gonna show y'all the whole bottom half or whatever, but I'm, you're clocky girl or whatever. I have muscles or whatever. Sometimes my veins will poke out when I'm, working out or whatever. And sometimes my arms look a little too buff. You get what I mean? I like wearing sweaters or whatever because, it covers up my biggest insecurity, and that's my big old broad shoulders. For my pants, I wear baggy pants because I don't feel like tucking half the time. Because, as a doll, sitting here tucking constantly and moving around, it's not giving what it's supposed to be gave. But if you're going to sit here and wear tight clothes, please put that bulge up. I know it might be like, girl, that's none of your business, but nobody wants to see your bulge. Like, if you're going to be a doll, like, oh my goodness, I don't want to see your man meat. Number five, have water with you. Sometimes you don't be expecting it, but you're outside, you're out and about, minding your business, and your voice is a little raspy or whatever. You pop that little Aquafinity, put that down your mouth, the voice gets all clear, girl. I'm telling you. I always keep a sip with me because, I never want to sit here and be clocky around a boy because, what if he's beautiful, black, and he got millions of dollars? Like, girl, I don't want to miss that chance. And last but not least, and this is just for me, I like to wear lip gloss because if my lips look dry, it's not giving beautiful black queen or whatever. So I like to have my lips all juicy and plump because it brings out the makeup. You see, like, you could just kiss it. And just a little bonus tip or whatever, even if you're clocky, even if you don't present as a woman, you are still beautiful at the end of the day. Because, baby, the makeup and all can come off. You got to remember, at the end of the day, you are beautiful. You need to find what makes you beautiful. And what makes me beautiful is these wigs.
The most useful tip for trans women early in their transition is don't be callous. I don't know why I have to say this. We don't need another Blair White. Please just be a normal girl's girl. Today I saw a self-prescribed passoid. That's I don't go outside for. I pass without estrogen. complaining about how some women have a deep voice while being extremely feminine. And I don't want to talk down to people, especially women, but this person wasn't a passoid. They just weren't. How long have we spent as trans women trying to convince cis people to stop putting boundaries on femininity and what defines a woman, because it not only harms them, but it also harms us? Like, why are we all going back to just being callous, like, high school drama girls? Like, it's not Mean Girl, just be a good person.
Listen, I know you're a trans girl pre-estrogen, but I need you to temper your expectations a little bit. You're not gonna look like GLaDOS. Oh, you're not gonna look like Anka from Animal Crossing. I know, I'm sorry. It's really hard to hear. But you're not gonna look like the tree that you saw last August in the park. I know that that tree was pretty, and you can still be pretty. No, you're not gonna look like the little purple alien from Home. I know, I'm sorry, you're not gonna look like Pinkie Pie. But you might look like Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry, you're not gonna look like Lola Bunny. Or Bugs Bunny. No, Looney Tunes. The thing that estrogen is gonna do for you is make you look like a normal human woman. No, not She-Hulk. Although, I mean, that's closer.
Here's how to look instantly more feminine as a trans woman. And this is one of the easiest things you can do. So if your eyebrow goes over your brow bone, like down here, I want you to take it up. So if you have thick brows like me, I use an eyebrow razor and I just cut it kind of almost in a diagonal line like that, and then fill in the rest. And then if you have thinner brows, of course, you can just shape your brow. But the most important part is that it's above this brow bone right here, because that's just a really, like, feminine feature. Like, look at my eyebrows before. It's like an instant eyebrow lift.
Things I do as a trans woman to help with dysphoria. I woke up this morning feeling like a pile of garbage, so I decided it would be a good time to get rid of some old boy clothes. I really like buying gender-affirming clothes, but sometimes I forget, like, I need to throw away the other stuff, otherwise it's gonna pile up. Like this pair of raggedy jeans that I don't even know why I still have. I used to use them for work, but like, I just need to get rid of them at this point. They're disgusting. I also found this old pair of dress pants which suck and I need to get rid of them. Men's dress pants are literally the most uncomfortable thing in the world, and yeah. I also found this flannel, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for a good flannel, but like these colors were just not doing it. I'm pretty sure I literally only wore this like once, so I will be donating it so somebody can get some use out of it, but that person most certainly will not be me. I also found my old dysphoria hoodie. I'm pretty sure every trans person had one of these at some point, but like I used to wear it literally every day just because like it made me feel an ounce of comfort. It's a pretty wholesome sweatshirt. It says "Let's change the world" on the back because I still want to do that someday. But honestly, this sweatshirt got me through like a lot, to the point where I couldn't even bring myself to throw it away. Like even if I never wear it again, it's the dysphoria hoodie, like I couldn't throw it away. Alright, that's all, thanks for watching, bye!